All right, this video is to hopefully demonstrate how to create the drawing from your design that you've saved in Fusion. So in order to do this, I need to open up some kind of design that I have, and I guess oh, this actually might be yours. So I should be able to pull that up, and we can look at it. Okay, so this clearly isn't finished, so you should have a finished one that you can pull up, but I needed to have some kind of design that was pulled up. So once you have your design pulled up, it does need to be saved. And then you go to File, and you should hover down to, so you go up to this upper left-hand corner here, and then go to New Drawing, and then From Design. Okay, so it's from your existing design. Change this from ISO to ASME, and then have your units be whatever like the appropriate units are for your phone case. So if you did it in inches, you'd pick inches. If you did it in millimeters, pick millimeters. And then for your sheet size, since I am going to print it, pick one of the 8.5 by 11. Okay, so I have a piece of granola bar in my mouth. So like you can either pick like the horizontal or the vertical. So I'll just pick the second one, 8.5 by 11, and give it a second to load. And there you have your template. Now, it's already going to ask you like place the base view. That is your front view, will be your base view. And what view is the front view? It just depends on how you oriented the design in Fusion. Like, so whether you were on the XY plane or the YZ plane, your front view should go in the lower left. And then you'll come up here to where it says projected view. So over here, so you got base view, and then right next to it is projected view. Click projected view, and then you'll click the parent view. And then you should be able to just drag it. So it will automatically give you the top, and then you click to place. When you come over to the upper right, it will automatically change it to an isometric oriented how you had it in Fusion, and click to place, and then it will automatically line up for your right hand view. And then you would click to place and then hover over the little green check mark to kind of close that out. Now this is obviously pretty boring. Yours will be more interesting to look at because you will have the cutouts and stuff. Looking at it, I'm thinking we should probably change the scaling on this. So I'm going to click, I selected the view, and then I right clicked to edit view, and see where it says the scale is 1:4. I'm gonna like play around with that scale, like 1:5. So that made it smaller, so I don't really want it any smaller. I'm gonna change it maybe like 1:2. Now I actually like that better, except that top view is kind of extending outside the margins, but that's like a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK, and then see if I can drag that down, and I can. So pull that down. So you can right click, and just what you want to do is if you want to change the scaling, I would change it on the parent view, and then it'll automatically change the others to go with it. You might be able to do it with any of the views. Now for your isometric up here, go ahead and like click on the isometric to select it, and then right click and do edit view on that, and come over here to where my mouse is hovering. You can either pick the view that will color it and show the hidden lines, or the one that won't. So that'll give you just a straight isometric, and then this one will show the hidden lines. Pick one of the two, and notice it says like the scale factor on that is 1:2, and it's coming from your parent view. And then close that. Then you'll need to dimension it. And so your dimension tool is right here in the middle. And you'll make sure that you dimension all of the relevant dimensions. Make sure that you don't dimension to any hidden lines. Now, if you have trouble, like you could tell right there, like my mouse is kind of skipping over it. So I'm going to use the scroll wheel and just zoom in so that I can grab the view. Like it's still like it doesn't want me to grab that side. So I'm just going to keep zooming in until it lets me grab it, and then I can zoom out. You don't want to over dimension. So if I hover over this, you'll notice it's the 4.75. That's the same dimension that you have over here. And if you were to get this dimension here, I could zoom in enough so it grabs it, it'll be maybe, yeah, the same dimension that we had on the other view. Now, you do want to make sure that you dimension everything, but you don't want to over dimension. You also want to make sure that as much as possible, you keep your dimensions in this interior. You don't want the dimensions out here in the margins. You don't want to dimension to any hidden lines, and you don't dimension on your isometric. Okay, so those are like the main rules for the dimensioning to get that done. Now, when you're ready, you can save your design, and then I think the way that people were doing it is they were saving it and then exporting it as a PDF. I wasn't on that end of how people were sending me the PDF, but you want to save it as a PDF and then attach it to an email and send it to me. And I don't actually want to save this design because it's not like a real design. So I don't want to save it. But that is pretty much what you would do. And then if you have issues getting it as a PDF, at least save the drawing as is, and then we can work on converting it to a PDF and sending it to me once you're back in class. So I hope that helps. You can go back and rewatch this video and kind of click through, pause it, pull it up on your computer and see what you can do with it. And hopefully this is helpful for you.